All right, candidates, this is where we pull it all together. So we've exposed you to what the Lean Startup methodology is. You've watched a lot of Udacity videos from Steve Blank on what it is and how to do it. And there's a whole array of materials we've provided you to give you information about the business model canvas and how to complete it. Everything from the customer segments to the value proposition, the channels to market, key resources, the key activities, key partners, the revenue streams, the cost structures, all the nuts and bolts of how a venture or project can come to life in a robust way by having a strong business model, a repeatable, scalable business model. Now, what we'd like you to do is pull that together with respect to your University Innovation Fellow project. We've asked you to have a big vision about the change you'd like to see on your campus, and we've given you lots of strategies and ideas. And in fact, we set you out to interview lots of stakeholders on campus already, and you did this when you did the design thinking activity. So you've been in talks with at least 20 to 30 students and faculty and administrators on campus about what their pain points are with respect to innovation and entrepreneurship. So whereas typically in the lean startup approach, you have a venture team that's going to go about their first 30, 40, 50 interviews trying to test their hypotheses by listening to customer pain points and not asserting any one solution. We're asking you now to assert your university innovation solution with this lean business model approach. And we're going to ask you to take the business model canvas and jot down what your project is and where in the landscape canvas it fits. Is it on the awareness side, whereby you're going to have this massive event that draws out 1,000 people and inspires them? Or are you going to have some kind of ideation activity like 1,000 pitches, whereby everyone sees themselves as creative and innovative and full of ideas on campus? Or might you have a club that doesn't discourage people by using words like venture or startup, but rather creativity and innovation, brings people out who like to make and innovate? Or a gateway level course like at UMD, where 90 students will be imagining their future and designing the course and extracurricular experience that's going to get them there. Or perhaps it's an innovation space, pop-up spaces all throughout campus, or a main and large interdisciplinary space in a highly trafficked area of campus like the library or the student union. Whatever your project, we're going to ask you to identify 4 big projects, high-level strategy, and go in deep with each of your teammates by roughing out a business model canvas and getting feedback from students, from faculty, from deans, from directors of admissions, from economic development agencies, from venture capitalists in your area, anyone who cares about the innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem. Get their ideas about what channels to market, what customer segments to draw upon, what their metrics of success are, what resources you might be able to leverage from them, and rough out a plan per idea using the business model canvas. So I'd like to see 4 ideas vetted out and fleshed out in this business model canvas, and I'd like to see 1 project pitch that will be a part of your launch to your regional ecosystem and to your campus stakeholders. There's plenty of examples of this that the last cohort did, and it was extremely helpful to getting the word out about the ideas you have around that specific special project. There's lots of different campus stakeholders and lots of different metrics of success. The Dean of Students might care about the type of student retained and who stays in academia versus drops out of school, whereas the Director of Admissions may care about the number of students coming into school. You may have other people who care about diversity of women and people of color in engineering. And so different people have different metrics of success, and incorporating that into your thinking around your business model is going to be key because the supporters and partners that you have different measures of success. So think about that, and I will post a copy of this in NovoEd so you can take a look. We're going to ask you to conduct about 25 interviews this week. If you have more students on your team, do more interviews. Take a minimum viable product like a graphic like this to portray the vision of what things could look like on your campus, what students might be able to do as a result of having this new service or space or workshop or club on your campus. And get feedback on the business model that you think underpins the success of such a space. And you'll create a video, which is going to describe the fundamental weakness that you see on campus and the project that you'd like to take forward. All three of these things will be outlined on NovoEd. If you have any questions, be in touch with us, and we're happy to help. Good luck.